For the past 2 years in Ibeme's village, there have been so many infant deaths. Newborn babies have died in Ibeme mysteriously, making women feared getting pregnant. Deep in the heart of the dense Igbo forest, where ancient trees whispered secrets and the
highlifeng.com.
shadows danced within the wind, a scene unfolded that would echo through time. Madoka, a quiet, humble, and peaceful man, as he appears to be, lived in a small village called Ibeme many decades ago. He is in his 50s, but when you see him or look at him, he appears to be in his 20s. Like they say, looks can be very deceiving. Madoka loves children and oftentimes plays with them quite a lot. You will always see him carrying children and giving them gifts. People always commend him on how he takes care of other people's children and treats them like they are his own. And they always advise him to get married and have his own children. But what is stopping him from getting married and having his own family remains a mystery. Behind his show of love and benevolence towards children around him is just a pretense to mask the real devil, who is wicked and hated children with passion. Rumor had it that Madoka's mother left him when he was just 4 months old with his grandmother who raised him. He suffered so
highlifeng.com.
much in his childhood while growing up, especially in the hands of his wicked stepmother after his grandmother's death. And his father does not care whether he lives or dies. All the terrible things he passed through made him to hate women. He hated seeing them happy. Their happiness angst him. All this other side of him remains hidden as no one knows his other dark side of him. His hatred towards women pushed him into becoming an evil man. For the past 2 years in Ibeme's village, there have been so many infant deaths. Newborn babies have died in Ibeme mysteriously, making women feared getting pregnant because of the fear of losing their babies. The villagers consulted so many oracles in Ibeme, but nothing came out of it as infant death continues. One day, a man named Obioma and his wife Nkechi confirmed that they were expecting a baby after 9 years of childlessness. The couple were overjoyed and as well sad as they feared
highlifeng.com.
losing their child, as it has become a norm in Ibeme village. Only a few children manages to survive, others died mysteriously. From the
highlifeng.com.
first month that Obioma's wife got pregnant, they lived in constant fear, which made Obioma and his wife Nkechi to decide to be consulting many oracles and powerful medicine men to protect their unborn baby. Few weeks before Nkechi delivered her baby, a friend recommended to them to consult a very strong and powerful native doctor in a faraway land, which Obioma obliged. The native doctor gave Obioma a charm to put around his baby's neck as soon as he is born to protect him from the evil eye, and for him, Obioma, to keep his eyes and ears open as the culprit will soon be exposed. When Nkechi put to bed, neighbors, family, friends, and relatives, as well as well-wishers, came to congratulate the couple and also welcome the newborn baby. Madoka was among those that came to congratulate the couple. It was his turn to see the baby. He went to carry him, but was stopped by Obioma, who insisted that he should only look at the baby and go. But Madoka refused and insisted to carry the baby. Quarrel erupted.
highlifeng.com.
Madoka accused Obioma of suspecting him to be evil. But Obioma, who was speaking in his defense that he is only trying to protect his child, as he was talking, Madoka pushed him, thereby enraging Obioma, who pushed him back with a bigger force, and he fell on the ground. As people gathered around him to help him stand up, as Madoka was standing up, something fell from his clothes, a talisman shaped like a baby and tied with a red cloth. People shouted and began to question Madoka, who claimed that it is for his own protection. But Obioma and other men around threatened to beat him and deal with him in a bitter way if he doesn't confess what the charm was meant for. Madoka was scared for his life, and that was when the most shocking and dreaded news that will haunt people for centuries to come came out. It is a charm that I use to kill newborn babies. There was silence as everywhere was still, that you can
highlifeng.com.
even hear the sound of a tiny pin falling to the ground. He confessed that he hated women so much that he visited a very wicked native doctor who prepared a charm for him. As long
highlifeng.com.
as he is wearing that charm and carry a newborn baby, 24 hours later, the child will die mysteriously. And that he have been using for many years, killing people's children. He continued, seeing women crying bitterly in great pains gives him joy immensely because of what his own mother did to him by abandoning him to suffer and never came back for him, which made him to conclude that all women are the same, as his stepmother also made him pass through so many pains and agony in his childhood. He further stated that the ones that survived were the children of his enemies or people he was never in good terms with and cannot go to their houses to visit them when their wives put to bed were the only children that survived. People were so angry and pissed off that they dragged Madoka to the king's palace, demanding for justice and called for the death of Madoka by hanging. The king, seeing how angry and enraged the villagers were, granted their wish and sentenced him to death by hanging. 3 days
highlifeng.com.
later, Madoka was hung on a big tree located at the road to the village river. Women of Ibeme village always pass through that route to fetch water from the river every day. They laughed, teased, cursed, and even stoned him as he begs for them to show him mercy and give him water, even if it's a drop, for him to drink. Some even poured water on him. He suffered for 7 days, crying out in agony until he died of hunger and thirst. And immediately the villagers noticed that Madoka have died. They untied him and brought his corpse down from the tree and threw it into the evil forest. The end.